Congressman Brady, my name is David Pittman. I feel like Andy, I've met you several times.
Yeah, I did.
I've moved into your area that you moved out. I moved into something called you around. I appreciate all you've done for Western IRS, a lot of the things that you presented today. One thing that hasn't been brought up about, which I'm concerned about, was the Patriot Act that was put forth. It was dependent on not having court oversight.
Yeah.
And now it's going through, we find out that they're looking at our phone records and keeping phone records, so they can say, well, we're going to keep these records, but we're not going to look at it unless we find something about it. Then they go back in time and say, what? You associate with this guy, this guy, this guy. According to the Constitution, they should not have our records, period, unless they get a court order first. Then they start collecting records at that time. And you voted to support the funding of the National Security Council recently, and then voted for another bill that failed. And I felt like that was, you should vote for both of them, not just for one. So,
got it. Okay, let's do that. One, to be real clear, I don't trust this White House to protect our privacy. Period. This program, the NSA, it doesn't trust them either. That's why a separate independent court was set up to every 90 days, every White House, doesn't matter who's there, has to go and explain to them how the program is run, who they've been tracking, and hold themselves accountable. Then, on top of that, and by the way, that's happened every 90 days, 14 different independent judges have had to say, okay, that follows the constitutional law. Secondly, Congress doesn't trust them either. We've got oversight, we have an intelligence committee, but I'll tell you, when this whole thing broke, I went to several conservatives on the intelligence committee who are not just security hawks, they're privacy hawks. We sat down and went through this whole program. All the good parts of it, all the flaws, how it's working, what the checks and balances are. I came away from those meetings absolutely convinced this is a critical intelligence tool for America. This is an extremely unsafe world. This program can only track those with direct foreign terrorist links. Only direct foreign terrorist links. And it is, as you know, a big spreadsheet with every phone number in it across America. Only if there's a direct link, you pick up, which is what happened, a thumb drive in Iraq and Afghanistan from a terrorist group, and they've got a 713 number, a 281 number. They can only pursue that if there's information that links you directly to a foreign terrorist organization. And they can't know anything about your call, anything, until they go back to the court with reasonable, specific information that you were involved with that direct terrorist organization, foreign terrorist organization. That is the only way it works. That big spreadsheet of all of our cell phones, including mine, are untouched unless there is a direct link. It's gone back to an independent court, proven the evidence, and then and only then can it connect the dots. Look, this is, yeah, right. But you know something? This is proof. You know, we would not have stopped that New York subway bombing. Absolutely would not have tracked that email overseas in a foreign organization to a person in Colorado with a co-conspirator that traveled to New York. We absolutely would not have stopped that terrorist attack without this information. And just prior to that, I just want to give you an example. Talked to U.S. Attorney, a bright conservative from Indiana. Thumb drive was picked up in Iraq or Afghanistan. They had phone numbers back to Indiana. What they did, using a full investigation, was they identified a Saddam Hussein intelligence officer, a KGB trainer, who was embedded as a truck driver, married an American woman, had an American child, but was sending information back, attempting to sell it, trying to get in a position to handle hazardous materials. It was stopped, and he's now in prison today because they were able to connect the dots between direct in a foreign terrorist organization in someone in the United States. That's all that law allows. And I will tell you, today's a good example of it. And if anyone in America thinks this war on terror is over, and some in Washington do, it is not. We need this tool, but we need the checks and balances on as well. I didn't vote. I didn't vote for the Amash amendment because I believe that it destroyed a critical intelligence tool.